And now here we go. We're going in to face Count Strahd once and for all.
I welcome you into my home, and yet you bring such a dreadful item. I fear you have overstayed your welcome. You should never have brought that sword.
Now he does not like the Sun Sword. He's offended, and the first thing he does is curse it. You know, it's an intelligent sword, it can talk, so that's the Sun Sword saying, you're on your own until I can get this curse off me. So you lost the Sun Sword first thing. Now you got to group up at the door, okay? There's going to be a ton of damage floating your way during this phase. You want to group up at the door. Everybody that is a support class or has any kind of healing or protection wants to just throw it down as often as you can. That's the only way you're going to survive. Strahd will come by and pick you up and lift you up into the air. You must attack him or you will die. Okay, now we're going to run around the room, and one person from your party, in this case me, go figure, is going to get teleported to the room below this one. It's a mirror image of the room, and those people there are doppelgangers of my party members, and they are chasing me, trying to kill me. So I am just going to run. There's really no point in fighting them. All I need to do right now is stay alive, and this will be over very soon. If you have lifesteal, you might want to attack them a little bit to gain health back, drink a healing potion, any protection you have, just stay alive, okay? You see I'm like healing myself a little bit. That was my point spell that I need to target them to heal, so I used that. But that's the only way we're going to attack them. And there it is. The party got their mission done, it ended, and now I'm back up here with them. We're back at the door, and it's the same thing. Stay together, and now we get to fight Strahd. Okay, we're going to go around our first round with Strahd, and we're just going to let him have it with everything we got. Okay? And he's very tough. He does a lot of damage, so, you know, just do what you do best. That's why we're going to group up here so that all the protection and healing spells is just constantly affecting the whole party every time. You can see everything that happens. It's like almost dead every single time. So you definitely got to keep together. It's very important about this whole final boss is staying together, okay? He likes to toss you around. You can see you want to stay together, so that's important. After he tosses you around, keep grouping back up, okay? And yeah, so you see that? You see my health just keeps going down, and it's just constant healing, constant healing. There it is again. So it never lets up, okay? You definitely get a chance to see the full abilities of your healing powers if you're any kind of a support class. And there you go, he's lifting people up in the air again. So it's pretty cool. Now we're going to run for it, okay? Now this is important. You got to stay together, and you're going to run around the room. This is if you stay on top, and you want to stay together as a group. It's going to be a vampire called a nightmare, okay? And you got to get to each vampire and take him out. The thing of it is once you move, you get to the vampire, these red circles are going to pop up, and you don't have to be in it very long until you will die. So, especially if you're a great weapon fighter, please do not run off ahead of the group and go to the next vampire, because that's going to pop the red circles up, and you can kill your entire party member, all your party members very quickly. You don't want to be scrolling every 5 feet. That's not fun. Okay, and then you saw that guy, he got the arrows on him, and he did the right thing. He went off by himself and took one for the team. Okay, if you're low on health, that might kill you. Otherwise, it's probably not going to be too big of a deal. But if you try to use your powers and stay with the group, it's worse. So just go off by yourself and take what it's going to get you, and then come back and join us, okay? And now here we're going to group up on the door again, and it's another round with Strahd. If you got sent down below, you would have come back up now with us, and we're all together as a group again. So I would say the most important mechanic of this final boss overall is staying together as a group no matter what. Of course, if you're the guy that gets sent downstairs, that's not possible. But it's really not a big deal. It's either you're running around in a circle on the top with the group, or you're running around the bottom by yourself. Honestly, it's almost easier. It feels more lonely, but it's almost easier and safer to run around on the bottom. If you're the group that doesn't know to stay together, they will get you killed over and over again. So you'll actually save a lot of scrolls going down on the bottom. But if the group knows what they're doing, then that's awesome. If you guys stay together, probably nobody should die in this final fight as far as running around the room goes. Strahd is very tough, but if you group up on him like this, you probably shouldn't die either. Maybe a few deaths here and there, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. If you separate, then he's going to get you, okay? Now the Sun Sword's been cursed again, so now we got to run around the room again. So that's pretty much how it goes. Oh, see, I took off too early. That was my bad, and I went right into the red circle. Now he's punishing me by lifting me up in the air. Oh, he got me twice. See, he thinks I'm weak now because I ran by myself. Okay, now I'm getting sent down to the room by myself. I guess they figure I like being alone so much, but I had one little mistake. So here we go. See, I'm throwing down my protection point power. Okay, that'll help me. And now I'm healing myself. Okay, it's almost better if you're a cleric to get sent down here because you can probably stay alive a little bit easier. If you're a DPS, maybe just relying on a lot of life steal and maybe a healing potion. So it just depends, but it really shouldn't be too big of a deal. Pretty much just run, stay away from them, and it doesn't last too long. All it takes is, we saw last time the party going around in a circle and taking out the nightmares, and wow, I got sent right back into the red circle. That was just unfair. That was just unfair right there. Okay, so anyway, we're back. We're going to group up at the door, and we're going to go around another round with Strahd. So he starts in the middle. You can attack him over there. I always try to get as many shots off as I can on him. You can take a couple shots right there like you saw me do, and then also he kind of like leaves after the round, and a lot of people think they can't attack him anymore. You can still get a few shots on him if you have any kind of range. Don't let up on him. Do as much damage as you can until he disappears altogether, and I think that helps the fight go faster. Okay, now this is very important. We all just got tossed in the middle. He's going to say, the sword's going to say, raise me up into the air. Okay, you want to wait a couple seconds after he says that, and then the person running the Sun Sword is going to put this shield up. They're going to have to know how to do that, and you want to make sure you stay inside here, or the whole party is going to die. You cannot resurrect from this. It's a huge blast that will just wipe you out. But if you stay inside the circle and you do it right, inside that protective globe that the Sun Sword puts up, you'll be fine. It also doesn't hurt to put down any kind of protection spells right there, just in case someone might slip out at the last minute. It might be just enough to save them if there's enough protection down there. But for the most part, it shouldn't be a problem. Every once in a while, you seem to die no matter what you do in that stage. So I don't know what to tell you. You have to reset the whole fight if that happens. But if you do it right, surviving it should also be not a big deal. But that's a very important mechanic right there, and it's a very dangerous spot. After that, it's one last round with Strahd. Okay, you can see he's going down fast now. And that's all there is to this final fight. I mean, it's more complicated than it sounds, I guess. But there it is. We got it. Count Strahd goes down. Okay? Now there's going to be a drop for you at the door here, almost always. So I guess got a sapphire and a blood ruby. Oh, okay, we guess we rolled for the blood ruby and I won. So, okay. But the sapphire, sometimes there's some gear. So it just depends. Every once in a while there's no drop for you, but usually there is. Okay, and then there's always going to be two chests. You can open the one chest with either a Strahd key or a legendary dragon key, and the other chest is your epic dungeon chest key. So there's going to be two big chests for you at the end. And of course, everybody's saying good game, so we had to say that real quick. Here's the scoreboard if you want to take a look. And what can I say? That was a great run. You saw the other videos, you know, we had some bumpy spots, but we made it through no matter what. This was a good team that stuck together and persevered no matter what. So let's see what's in these chests. You want to know where a shard of prominence comes from? You might get one of these chests. We got one right here. You might not, but this is where it comes from. You might also get an ultimate mark of potency. I'd actually rather have an ultimate mark of potency myself, but either way, those are two big prizes. You know, seals with the crown, blood rubies, gear, lots of good stuff in here. So there you have it. Okay, that's Castle Ravenloft. That's the final battle, Count Strahd. You guys go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a great time. Good luck taking down Count Strahd and Castle Ravenloft.